Alright guys, so in the last video we wrote this function and we saw that pretty easily we could solve these turtle questions once we just understand that we use each parameter to our advantage, whether it be size, number, space. Sometimes, there may be angle, there may be separation. Well, separation is taking space here. But no matter what the parameters are, guys, we're following the same programming logic here. And I just want to go through with you guys to make sure you're just clear on what exactly we did. So I'll start off with my red pen. Okay. Define. Defines the function, right? Define key. I'll say it's the define keyword. Right? Def. Right? So not full define, just def. Okay, guys? Now, circles. This is the name of our function. In here, we have parameters. And this colon on the end signifies that whatever is indented here, this is all the body of the function. Now, I want you to make an important distinction. That's the body of the function. Once again, this is the body of the function. Every line after the first, up until the end of this function here. But I want you to note that the body of our for loop is every line after the for loop up until, this indented point right here. So basically we have a for I in range construct, and again guys, I just really want to stress, this right here is your key line. This right here with this for loop, it's so powerful. Of course you could do this without a for loop, guys, but this is the most efficient and best way to do it, and I believe on the exam this will be what gets you full credit. If you do it without a for loop, I'm not sure if you get full credit, but this right here, guys, I want to stress this. This for loop, this is a powerful way to go. You just got done with 4 lines of code, or effectively with the for loop in the definition, 6 lines of code. What would have taken you this many lines of code repeated for each circle you wanted to draw, along with defining these 4 parameters. So it would have taken a lot more time and a lot more lines, and there's more room for error. We like to keep things efficient and write lean, mean code. So we have for I in range num. Some people forget the I, the in here, I mean. You don't want to forget that. I is just a variable. It could, you could have written anything there and it would have worked the same. Just remember that if you're referring to it later in the code, which we're not doing in this specific case, but we do in other cases, that you would be referring it to it with the name that you gave it here. Now t.pen down, remember that's our safety. That's our safety for if the pen's up, because we don't want to make any assumption about the state of the turtle or its orientation. That's, those are keywords on on the practice exams and on some of the exams. So you want to keep this as a safety. T.pen down, then T.circle of that size. So basically you're putting the pen down, drawing a circle of that size, you're picking the pen up, and you're going forward a certain space. And then in that for loop, you're doing it all over again. So this body of the for loop here, guys, this is what gets us our pattern. And notice with these turtle questions, everything's a pattern. I don't care if it's this. I don't care if it's this. These are all like from practice exams and things that I've seen in the past. This is just doing it on an angle. If we were going to do something on an angle, guys, the angle would be one of our parameters. And it would be the same type of thing. It would just be t.right or left, whatever angle it is. So guys, don't get intimidated by these turtle questions. This is actually the best place in the exam to pick up points and to really show that you know your stuff. This line right here is probably one of the key lines in all of this, I would say. Also, this line right here gets you a ton of points. And of course, you don't want to forget any of this that makes this function call work. So these are just important, but really the function call here, I really just want to analyze this for a minute. You have the function name and the parentheses, and notice there's no colon here because we're just calling the function, not defining it. And these right here, when they have each individual value here, t, 10, 6, and 100 is called an argument. Now the last distinction I want to make in this video, all I really have time for, is up here they were called parameters. When they're in a function definition in their general states, they're parameters. Size is a parameter, num is a parameter, space is a parameter, t is a parameter. But on that same note, down here in the function call, t is an argument. When that parameter has been linked up to that value, it's now called an argument. 10 is an argument, 6 is an argument, 100 is an argument. I highly suggest, guys, that you go back, you watch the first video, you watch the second video, and I'm sure that you'll understand this thoroughly and completely. And the idea of arguments and parameters isn't so important for this test, but it is very important for your future as programming professionals. Thank you.